Yeah, fellas, Jovina and I want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, guys.
And sit back, don't get too close to the camera. You break it.
Quiet.
We were talking on the way home from, went to my mother's house, and we were talking about the fellas on my forum and on the YouTube blog, and we got in a conversation about, what was that about again? It was about dress and looks and all that kind of stuff, wasn't it?
Yeah, about how guys get the misconception of their looks versus their personality and the way they dress.
Yeah.
You know, they don't think that they think they should be accepted for just the way they are. But that's not reality. Reality.
That's like the TFL people.
Yeah, something like that.
Those guys believe, like, one of the guys, he was his light-skinned brother who was like 500 pounds. And a woman should love him for the way he is. Well, if you find a woman that likes, you know, someone that's 500 pounds, she will. But, you know, every woman should love him for the way he is. But these guys, they don't want to reciprocate and go get a 500-pound girl.
Exactly. That's part of the point that I was trying to make. If you want your girl to look a certain way, they want you to look a certain way. That's it.
Yeah. We talked about, there was a guy that went to the nightclub that I had met her at. I called him, you know, I had head names for everybody. Like those,
nicknames.
Yeah, jocks, what was that, chin strap head, a.k.a. football head.
God, yeah, he had several head
names.
names.
And then there was a dude I called a sunglass head. And sunglass head was a nice looking brother. But I was talking about how, you know, there's something creepy about him.
He was clueless.
He was kind of, clueless, and, you know, he was actually a nice looking brother. He obviously had a good job, but I called him sunglass head because you could see his sunglass marks. He spent time in the sun.
Yeah.
You know, one part was lighter than the other. You know, he had the mark of the sunglasses around his eyes and stuff, like raccoon eyes and shit. So, he came into the club by himself. I came to the club by myself also. But his vibe was kind of creepy. Okay? He'd get in the club and stand on the corner, post up and stare, and then move around and stand somewhere else and stare and shit like that, and just this whole way he walked, everything, to me just struck me as just kind of creepy. And I think Jovina was saying something similar about him.
Yeah, he was. He was very different. And women sensed that. You know, they pretty much, I mean, he would dance.
Oh, he did dance. Okay, I didn't see him actually dance.
I did. I saw him a few times.
That means she was checking out, brothers. She was watching.
Well, you know how people watch, you just notice certain people.
I'm teasing her.
And
this was before we met.
But I never really saw anything going on. I mean, you know, he was the type of guy that would dance with somebody a couple times, and usually the girls would move on.
Okay, you know? Notice how she knew about the guy's business. Women watch what you do. Okay? There's a clue there. Women pay attention to what guys are doing that they find attractive. All right? There was another guy you were talking about that wore a pink, some kind of pink polo shirt. Yeah. Wait. Okay, the feminism that's creeping into our masculine energy back in the 90s, the metrosexuals said, wear pink, because we're comfortable with our masculinity. No, fuck that. You should not wear pink as a man. Okay? Period. Pink, they put pink on prison walls, and they ripped it off. Alright? Because those alpha males in there had a bad reaction to it. Women wear pink. They've done studies on this. Women can wear pink, and men will give them whatever they want. It's easier for a woman to get things out of men when she wears the color pink. Okay? We think of pink like babies, protection, feminine, soft. Okay? So don't dampen your masculinity with some metrosexual shit that does not even apply anymore from the 90s. Alright? If you guys are wearing pink, take that shit off. You got sold. That's how you got pimped out and your mind got programmed. Now let's talk about the guy in the pink shirt.
Yes, well that was obviously his favorite shirt, was the pink polo.
He wore it a lot of times.
He wore it quite a bit, yeah. I saw him wear it several times. And that's what his uniform was, a pair of jeans, and he would wear them kind of high up on the waist, sort of like the Urkel style.
He was a black nerd?
Yeah, he was black.
Nerd?
They weren't Huh?
Was he a nerd?
Yeah, he was borderline nerdy. I think
Okay.
he was borderline. He didn't wear glasses or anything like that, but he was kind of borderline on the nerd side. I think he had potential to straddle that line, you know, go over it and go to the other side, but he needed he needed a little bit of work because he wasn't ugly, he wasn't hideous or anything like that. He wasn't the best looking guy in there. He was, you know, I would say a little bit above average in looks, but he needed some work. And that pink shirt did nothing for him.
A little bit above average in looks. I need some work.
He didn't have, his personality really needed a lot of work. He had no social skills, or conversation skills.
So you obviously observed him enough.
Well, I mean,
women do pay attention.
I danced with him before.
Okay.
So that's how I know his conversation skills were really sucky.
So you tried to talk to her on the dance floor.
So, so he had a little bit of a belly, so he would tuck in that shirt, which was a no-no. You know, it was just a lot. That was his uniform, though, a polo shirt and a pair of jeans. And
you know what I'm going to start doing? I'm going to start tucking in my shirts, okay?
Are you?
I'm going to show everybody my gut. Ooh, I spilled some on my shirt.
Don't hurt yourself.
Look, I ate all of my shirt.
You ate all over your shirt. That's your breakfast on your shirt.
That's for later.
No, we're going to go have lunch.
So the brother just didn't make it. He had the wrong kind of vibe.
Yeah, he just, and from what I could see, you know, he would get a dance every now and then from the girls, but that was it. He'd get a couple of dances and then they'd move on. So
just
nobody ever really stuck.
That loud ass
I think
pink shirt.
Well, it was just a combination of the way he dressed and his personality. You know, it's just, it was all a turn off. So.
Wow.
I mean, he seemed like a nice enough guy, but that was just it. You know, he needed to have a little bit of an edge. You know, really change up his way of being. And
what do you mean by being?
You know, it's
the way he is. You mean his?
Yeah, his whole attitude, his whole, I guess what you guys would call swagger.
Okay, swag.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Interesting. That brings me to a good point. Is your attitude, fellas? If you got a fear attitude, you know, like you're afraid, you can tell someone who's afraid to be up in a club. I'm sure I looked like I was scared to death when I started going to clubs in my late 20s. You know, I'm sure I was one of those creepy guys too. You know, come in staring at girls from across the room, watch them walk. I'm sure I did.
Oh man.
You know, I thought because I was taking dance class, I could do pas de marais and pirouettes and grunge across the room and shit like that. You know, I kind of tried to carry that kind of confidence in there. Nothing. No, it didn't work. So anyway, your attitude is really, really important. That's why your inner game will tell what level you're going to vibrate at. I talked about vibration in my last show. Women pick up on your vibes. They like get a feeling about you. And if your inner game, what you say to yourself, how you communicate to yourself is very bad, like, oh God, I should have did that. Oh, I fucked up. Oh, I should have went after her then. She turned me down. Oh, now. Okay, if you got that kind of thing going on, it's going to change your vibration. And your vibration will change the way you stand, the way you sit, the way you look, everything about you. Okay? So when you get up into any kind of environment, whether it's a nightclub or you're going to an art gallery or any of these kind of places, if you carry a negative vibration in there, women can feel it. It's like a anti-magnet. It pushes people away from you. You ever seen somebody that had such a bad vibration they just kind of turned you off? Oh, that Keone guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We started with him.
Not Keone. What was his name?
That's something like that.
Yeah,
I don't
like
know. That might not be it, but.
Yeah, Keone was another dude. He was actually black and Polynesian.
Oh, okay. I don't know. It's something similar. I can't. Don't have for me to remember. It was kind of different.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, this brother, he was rocked out. He was a stripper. Waist about that big. Shoulders about that wide. You know, he was on juice, but he had big arms. You know, but you know,
that whole V
that
shape.
super V, yeah.
Yeah.
Whole super V shape. You know,
Yeah.
he was turning around in a tank top you know, all flared out and shit, and standard model.
Yeah, he's pretty
Captain Morgan model.
He was very stuck on himself.
And that was a turnoff.
Yeah, it sure was.
Yeah.
And I don't think he realized that. I think he just...
These people don't realize it.
He really thought so highly of himself,
Mm-hmm.
and he thought that that's how everybody needed to see him as well. But... Yeah.
I thought highly of myself too, but not like that. And I've been in the position where I've been all rocked out and shit like that, like before competition. And I used to go in there, you know, this is in my 30s. I go in there, you know, with my tank tops on and strut around too. So when you get in that ultimate shape like that, you want to show everybody. Then I kind of grew up, and the times I was in the ultimate kind of shape, you know, I just wore a nice shirt. I let the girls feel it when they put the hand on my chest and feel it. Got a big hard chest. Okay, so that guy need to grow up a little bit. You guys who are, you know, rocked out, you strut around and you show it off. It's very pretentious. We used to have a guy in the club. We call him Mullet Head, because he wore the old mullet from the 80s. Yeah, he had it hanging down. He's a little Mexican guy. He's about 5 feet tall, and he acted like his lats were 5 feet wide. He walked around like this and strut around.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so big, I can't move my arms. So all the girls made fun of him.
Finally, he actually cut his hair.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah, I was surprised.
One of the last times we were there, it's been a while, years. So yeah, he got the memo, obviously.
One of the things that my guys can get into their heads is you got to get them where they can fit in.
That is true.
And that's not a Portuguese saying. That is a black saying.
I'm not claiming that one.
Yeah.
I'm claiming all the other stuff.
No, you can't claim that.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
They can't.
Yes, I can.
They can't. 10,000 times over. It's infinity. Okay, we're immature.
A little bit. You're the one doing the infinity stuff, not me.
But anyway, you got to get in where you can fit in, fellas. That's why a lot of you guys ain't got no pussy right now. I tell guys to go look for choosing.
Mm-hmm.
What do? They go into the club and they stare at the hottest bitches, and they come back and say, nobody was choosing.
Because you were staring at the wrong bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's pretty simple. You have to start somewhere.
Preach it, baby.
Because it's like a race. There's a start and a finish. In order to get to the finish line, you have to start from the start. Am I not right?
Show you right, goddammit. Show you right. I co-sign on that.
So, go from start to finish. You know, somewhere in between there, you're going to get the clue.
Yeah, by the time you get to the end, you don't pick up some speed.
By the time you get to the end, you pick up speed.
Yeah. Speed means you vibrate higher, and you get higher attractive, more attractive women.
Basically, you need to work on yourself first. Work on yourself. And
the only way to do that, I mean, not the only way, but the best way I have found to do that is actually get in the game. A lot of these guys are standing on the side. They're not in the game. They're just standing on the side working on themselves. They're trying to get the best they can be so they can get the hottest chicks when they step in the game, and it doesn't work that way. You're gonna be, you know, all this good, you know, you got good stuff going for you, but it's not true because you haven't tested yourself inside the game. Inside the game is you and women. You're interacting with a woman sexually, okay? That's where your game lessons actually begin. Your game actually begins when you get that first starter chick. And that's where I can coach you and improve your game. But I got to get you in there.
And build your confidence up.
Yeah.
You know, your confident level.
Your sex skills, your conversation skills. You guys got to stop standing on the sidelines and just get in the game somewhere. And somewhere is where you can fit in. Okay? If a puzzle's like this, you got to fit it like this. Okay? Not if you're this one here, not up here. It's got to fit where it goes, and that's where you go, whatever level you're at. By the way, if you're one of the people that are looking for answers, you are not at the top. You're at the bottom. If you're listening to my program, you're not at the top. You're at the bottom, or maybe slightly above that. And I don't care if you're good looking or what. Okay? Your game will grow fast on some people once they jump in the game. Like the fellow that did 42 girls. I'm sure the first girls he started with were not hot. You go back and ask him, okay? But now I looked at the last girls he's getting, and they all were very, very attractive. So his game has grown and improved. But you got to get in the game. You got to get in there somewhere. I don't care if she got a unibrow and some glass. We just came from a restaurant out where I grew up. Not grew up, but I spent my high school years. It's called Rancho Cordova.
Yeah, your mom's there, right?
Yeah. And I thought it was like an American restaurant. It was like, say, Country Kitchen. Mm-hmm. We go in there. It's owned by some Indians.
Yeah.
And the Indian girl had like a unibrow and glasses. You know, it was a family thing. She had like a unibrow and some glasses. And the brother looked like Russell Peters. So we were talking about that, you know.
Oh, yeah.
He actually said, "No, I don't know who he is." And I should have got my phone out and showed him. You know, he's real funny. But anyway, the girl had a unibrow. I don't care if she got unibrow and glasses like that. If she got hairy armpits, get the fuck in the game. Okay? Don't tell your friends. Don't tell your boyfriends who you're fucking with. I don't care if you got to creep in the middle of the night to go see her. You open the door and dogs bark. Go in. Because I got to get you guys in the game. There was one fellow that was on my site. Young black kid. Actually, he's probably 30 by now. And he was he was the average looking black kid. But he wanted a perfect 10. Because he felt he demanded to have perfect 10 because he had a pair of balls. And that is he was actually in his 20s when he said that. Most immature shit I've ever heard. Just because you got a pair of balls, you can produce a child. Doesn't make you a father. Okay? You don't deserve perfect 10. And the fellow's living at home with his mommy, didn't have a job, but still, I deserved a perfect 10. He had a heavy black chick. He could have been fucking. Okay? But he didn't. So, he's still, as far as I know, probably about 30 by now, still no pussy.
And that's the whole point. You know, if you don't get started somewhere, you're never going to have anything. That's it. You have to be willing to start at the bottom to reach the top. It's like climbing the ladder of success.
I agree. You know, I just had a you know, I know my guys. I know how some of them are. And some of them are pissed off about it.
About what?
Because the women have all the power.
That's too bad, isn't it?
I know, too bad. Yeah.
Boo-hoo! That's all I can say is boo-hoo. I mean, what do you want us to say?
Yeah.
It's reality. It's the truth.
That's what they have trouble with.
That's how life is.
They spend so much time being angry that they get nowhere. Which is their own mind trap.
You're wasting your energy.
Themselves.
They
do to themselves,
energy,
so they get nowhere. They keep themselves stuck.
Yeah.
There are guys who are saying, okay, well, I'm heavy right now, so I'm going to wait till I lose weight.
Why wait? I mean, you have to at least get yourself in there, practice.
Exactly.
Getting comfortable with...
Get a girl as big as you are. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. So.
I don't give a fuck.
And some girls actually like the teddy bear kind of guys, so you just have to be able to find them.
Exactly. But until you find them, find what's there.
Mm-hmm.
Choosing right now. Fuck that. Okay? The thing is, you got to get in the game.
Mm-hmm.
You can't stand to the side anymore. So my goal this month is get all my viewers in the fucking game. So we can stop all this nonsense and bullshit. And a lot of guys, like when I did my workshop or lecture the other day, a lot of guys theorize about shit. They ain't got nothing to do with nothing. You know, theorize about, okay, what if I'm in a relationship with... Shut the fuck up and get some pussy.
Are you there yet? You're not there yet. Don't
get the pussy first.
Until you get there. You cross that bridge when you get to it.
That's where I can help them with the game. But if they ain't got no pussy, why about to talk about something that may happen? May or may not happen in the future. That's a waste of my time. Okay?
Oh, they're wasting their own time, too.
And you're thinking too much, fellas. This shit ain't rocket science.
No, it's not.
Now, I know you guys have heard that before. It really is not. I mean, did I have to go study a fucking manual to meet Jovina? No.
You did.
I was talking to my buddy, the DJs, and Jovina walked by and said, God, I wish you would just say hi to me. So I went out there and stopped her, and I think I asked her what her name was or something. I don't know. I don't remember what the fuck you said.
Grab my arm as I'm walking by.
So I had it like that. So I grabbed her arm, and I stopped
Well,
her.
because obviously you had noticed before that I had noticed you. You noticed me noticing you. Yeah, he did.
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Mm-hmm.
I did.
Come on.
Oh, I'd seen you there.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'd seen you with dudes. So, you know, like, I saw you some
But
light-skinned dude with glasses, you know, grinding all over the shit. So I said, okay, well, she's shooting a gun. Some brother was, you know, all up on the ass dancing. You know that attitude bitches have, that bitchy attitude? I know my shit's good. I'm gonna let this motherfucker beg for it. So I said, okay, she's one of them motherfuckers. Bitch with attitude. So I said, oh, fuck her. That's what I thought of Jovina. I thought she was a bitch.
Yeah,
I did. I thought she was a fucking bitch. So the only reason why I stopped to talk to you was because my buddy wanted you to.
Yes, I've heard.
And then the kind of person I am, I said, well, I fucked you. We ran into the same dude at the movie theater. I was thinking, damn, I'm not a good friend. Because he liked that. He liked you. He wanted to go out with you, and I jammed you. You know, tell me we ran into Rick at the theater? Do you remember that? Probably don't remember it, but it's like, goddamn.
I don't.
Yeah, we were at the theater down in the Thomas area. That's what I was thinking about. Fuck. Am I really that bad?
Obviously.
I gotta have all the women that, you know, like, fuck. What the fuck happened to me?
Aha.
So I become a rotten friend. And then one time my buddy that I trained for the game, he was mad at me. Those are female that he liked. But he wasn't in her league. I told you, you're in a girl's league. So I went and took her. And he goes, get damn, you did the same thing to me that you do to those other guys. He's actually mad. Because that time when I was in Vegas, you know, that Vegas girl that I met, she was dancing with this black dude, and I went up behind her. That's how fucking confident I was, overconfident. And I started dancing with her too. And the black dude stomped off, you know, looking at me mean. What the fuck you gonna do, Nick? I mean, you know, but I should never do shit like that. That he could have shot me or something. I was overblown in my confidence. Yeah. So Jovina was kind of right when she said, you know, when she thought of me, I looked like a super player. That thought he could get any girl in the room. Is that what?
That's exactly.
That thought he'd get it, yeah.
Well,
no,
you know, and you have to stress to these guys too that by doing something like that can get you into trouble. It can get you to.
Yeah. I don't know why I did that in Vegas. It just happened.
Did you know who the guy was? Did you know?
I know I did. I was in Vegas.
What his relationship was with her, if anything.
I knew he wasn't working that girl right, and she had more potential for dancing that, and plus I wanted her.
Yeah, the point is you don't know what he was capable of.
Exactly. He could have went out to his car, got his shit. He stomped off all mad and shit.
Yeah. So I mean, you just.
I pumped his ass.
You really do need to be very careful and watch your step.
Yeah.
Don't do stupid things.
Don't do stupid stuff.
No.
That was stupid of me. Okay. If I was in like a hardcore black club, I would have did that shit. I wouldn't have did that. But I was in Vegas. Fuck it. I was just feeling the flow. And I was overly confident back then. Because my game had just maxed out. Not that everybody was beneath me. So anyway, your attitude, fellas, it's important. But you don't want that overblown attitude, because I was up like that dude she was talking about, Mr. Super Wedge. You know, only it was, you know, my attitude was up here. And I don't know. I guess that impressed the girl, too. Interesting. But anyway, in the scenes that you go into, you've got to look for who's looking at you. I keep saying that again and again because I want to get into your heads, fellas. Who's looking at you? There's always going to be some girl. If they're not looking at you, then try to make eye contact with what you feel is your level. And if they don't make eye contact, then go down a little bit.
Go down a level, yeah.
Yeah, go down a level. And try to make eye contact.
Go down a notch.
Yeah.
And keep going down a notch until you get to the notch that fits.
Yeah. By the way, you may think that they're at a certain level. What's that old saying? One man's trash is another man's gold.
Is another man's treasure.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's just like, okay, I don't know if this is a good example.
Well, let's say your body type. White guys don't like curvy, hippie, butted women. They like more slimmer. Because of Kim Kardashian and stuff like that, they now like bubble butts.
Yeah.
White guys, you guys don't realize, you guys just like flat asses, like a pancake.
All of them, yeah.
Okay, and women were trying to get flat butts. All right.
But
now all of a sudden,
in the 80s, that was back in the 80s. That was acceptable.
It was actually late 60s, 70s, and 80s.
80s, yeah.
And then start changing. It didn't change in the 90s.
No, not till the early 2000s.
Late 90s, yeah.
Later 90s, early 2000s.
All of a sudden now all these white girls got ass. Well, you guys didn't have that when I was growing up.
They're actually going, well, you know, you heard my, what my cousin told me the other day about my godmother. She went and got a butt implant. No, she went and had fat taken from her stomach area to have implanted into her butt.
Oh.
Just so she could get a butt.
Wow.
So.
That's like the new thing. And this is an older woman.
No, she lives in Brazil. She lives in Brazil.
They do that shit in Brazil, yeah.
And she's got lots of money.
Okay.
The bitch has money, so, yeah, she could do what she wants.
Jovina's get like that. She calls girls bitches.
Well, you know what I'm saying. She's a really nice lady. I love her to death. She's really a sweetheart. But, yeah, she's an older lady, but that's just the way she is. Well, I'm just, you know, just the way
conversating.
This is when I was with, me and my girls, you know, we'd always call each other bitches and stuff. Just the way it is. You've heard me and my sister.
Yeah.
Also. Just the way we talk to each other.
Sound like some fags. Fags call each other bitches too.
Yeah, exactly. Duh.
Well, don't even get me started there. So, fellas, what have we learned today?
I don't know. I hope something.
I hope that you guys learned that you got to get in where you can fit in and get into the game. Because that's gonna be my big push for 2013. I want you in the game. Go get something. Then I can start working with you.
And also, may I say this? Looks fade, because you know what's going to happen when you get into that relationship with the hot girl. She's going to let herself go.
Yes, they will.
Thank you. As long as you recognize. It's true. Okay. We're both guilty of that. No, hello.
No, mine's sickness.
We're both guilty of that.
Shut up. Sit. My little brother died.
Okay.
Who's there to feed me?
Oh my God. Okay, so I got to take the blame for everything, huh?
You sure the fuck do. You're the one that put the food in my goddamn mouth.
Oh, yeah, right. Like my mother does.
Then I got sick. Now I've been on prednisone. I fucking can't lose a shit.
Yeah. And
but hey.
She sabotaged you.
Hey. I still got the guns, goddammit. Look at that shit. Oh, guns. That's a gun right there, goddammit.
We tend to yo-yo. We gain weight and then we lose weight. We're gonna start losing that again.
Kapow! Let's try.
Right.
Let's try me, goddamn horseshoe. Go on, girl. Show your respect.
Ooh.
See how we communicate to each other?
Yeah.
It's you want to make your relationship fun. Okay, you don't want to be all stiff. Shouldn't we go to the mall today, dear?
We can't, dear. It's Christmas Day. It's closed.
Oh, my bad.
Maybe tomorrow.
Get Pippin and all that rubbish.
I need a pair of shoes.
Fuck that. You and your sister have fun. Shit.
Yeah, I'll ask if she wants to go. Oh, actually, my son wants to go do something tomorrow, maybe. He'll want to go see some of his old friends at the mall.
Yeah, he likes to shop.
He used to work there, remember? He knows a lot of people there. Stop.
Okay.
Every time we go there, we always take forever because he always runs into somebody that he knows. So, yeah. Hey, he's a good kid.
He is. Hey, I love the kid to death.
So,
he can be on that side of the fence all he wants to. We just made him a nicer kid. So anyway, fellas, I think we'll call this quits. It's been 30 minutes. I hope you enjoyed the Chris and Jovina show. We'll be back again to talk some shit to y'all.
As usual.
All right? Have a good day.
As usual.